Hi everyone. So in our today's short, it's a message that is more to leadership. Yes, and this message is through a short story. Are you a leader somewhere? And how do you lead other people? Yes. So this one time I got employed in a company. Let me hide the identity. Yes. And I remember that day when I got in, I found the manager picking some papers, from the floor. And I got curious, I got surprised. The reason as to why I got surprised is because with my previous employer, that is my manager, he was not doing such things. And he was leaving all the task, to the people, each and to the people who are the people to the cleaners, such task. This is a company, it was more of a circle. And in this circle, we had a lot of paperwork. These are days that we didn't have this electronic gadget. So everything was paperwork. Yes, I'm talking about past years ago. And here is my manager. My manager picking the papers on the floor to the dustbin. My manager helping with the manual job. I was like, oh my God, this is how leadership should be done. This is the kind of a leader I would want to be in the future. So I asked him. I was that girl who was always curious and I would ask, I never feared to ask question. So I asked him, sir, should someone do the job? The manager smiled and he looked at me and he told me, if a task is important enough to be done, it is never beneath for me or you or any other person to do it. And yes, I was happy. I learned a lesson. At my young age, I learned a lesson that no task is small for anyone to do it, as long as that task is important. Years later, the employees who were there, they said that that moment or that time and that leader that we had, the manager that we had, taught him or them a very good lesson. I remember when we were, having a farewell, because this was an old man who was retiring. I remember in the farewell party, everyone was talking about him, the humility. And what everybody, the message was about humility. No, sometimes I sit down and I remember the teachings I got from this man. Humility is not just thinking less than others. It is knowing that no honest work is beneath you. As long as you're doing the right thing, nothing is beneath you. Do you believe great leaders? Do you believe great leaders should be willing to do even those small tasks? Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I hope that this message, especially the leaders, has taught you to be humble enough. And, and I hope we are all ready to do even the task that we feel, to stand in for the task that we feel they are not maybe under our docket. Bye.